What is up, guys? The Anxious Self-Help Guru here today to bring you an episode on mindfulness and what is being present, what is being in the moment, what is being mindful. We're gonna get into it and more, so stick around. First of all, what is mindfulness or staying present? It's a hot topic right now. Everybody's posting, I stay present all the time. Oh, mindfulness changed my life. Mindfulness is gonna solve all your problems. Oh, I was being mindful on my drive home from work. And that is all well and good. But a lot of people have this misconception that being mindful is about liking everything. Being mindful is not about toxic positivity. A lot of people see these gurus say, be mindful of every experience that you have, and then they go out and try to force themselves to like everything. Well, I'm gonna combat that with an example from my own life. You see, my dog barks at virtually everything in our backyard. Somebody walks by, there's a squirrel, she barks at it. And for the longest time, I was like, why does she do this? This annoys me so much. I gotta get a trainer, I gotta get her new treats, I gotta look up all these articles online. And you know, that's all well and good if you know how to handle dogs, but personally, I don't really know how to do that. So what I started to do was to focus on the sound of her barking. Just being mindful of how it made me feel, what it sounded like, and what she was doing. And when I started doing that, it seemed like my annoyance went from up here to really down here. I was way calmer, I was more centered in the actual moment of her barking. And that's because mindfulness is not liking something. I don't like it when she barks at everything in the backyard. I simply don't like it. And maybe I never will, but the fact is, I put my awareness on the experience. I reminded myself that, you know, I am not the sound that I'm hearing. I'm not the vision that I'm seeing of her up at the glass door just in the backyard. I am not that. So when you bring your focus on an actual experience, and it doesn't have to be external, it doesn't have to be something that you hear or see, it can be something that you feel. It can be a quote-unquote negative emotion. It can be grief, shame, fear, anger, loss, anxiety, whatever it may be. If you bring your attention to it, you remind yourself that you are not this anxiety. It's pointless to try to fight against it. And a lot of people think that mindfulness is fighting against life. No, I've got to be mindful all the time. I've got to be happy all the time. I've got to be present. Well, present and presence are two different things. The only way that you're going to develop a calm, centered presence in the moment is if you continue to put your focus on the things that happen around you. And by doing that, you separate yourself from the external world. And this brings us to what the most valuable resource on the planet is. Is it oil? Is it gold? Is it iron? Is it materials? No, it is attention. Why does every single country in the world, regardless of any other factor, have commercials, have advertisements and billboards? Why? Because attention is the most valuable resource. They're not fighting for your time or your money because those are secondary to attention. You need to focus on a problem to actually get the solution. You need to focus on an advertisement to see, yeah, that's the number I called to get this OxyClean deal. That's the number that I have to call to get the Ninja Slicer or whatever the fruit thing. But anyway, attention is the most valuable resource. And the more that you give your attention to things, the more that you let those things marinate in your mind. I'm saying this because a lot of people think that they have to go around and try to gather as many experiences as possible. This may sound a little strange to you. You think, I don't go around on vacations all the time. No, but most people have a bunch of social media apps. And I'm not one of those people that's gonna say, oh, you know, you should go live out in the woods, go open up a tent, and, you know, forget all about the external world. That's not what I'm saying. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, people have all these apps, and within the span of 10 minutes, they may go to all three. And that's because it's become quantity over quality. So we've traded the quality of attention for the quantity of all these technological experiences. The same thing applies to food. You eat a bunch of food to get the satisfaction that you would have gotten if you had just eaten one potato chip but really savored that experience. You see what I mean? It's become quantity over quality. And that is actually very detrimental because that leaves you wanting more in a world where more is not necessarily the healthiest thing for you. It's not necessarily the thing that's going to make your life better. When you bring your attention to an activity, suddenly that activity opens up to you. It's like the yellow brick road and you just start walking down that path because you have literally illuminated the way to get what you want. Even drinking water. Drink every every sip of water mindfully. For me, when I did that, it actually tasted kind of sweet. It tasted like more refreshing than it did when I was just drinking water, checking my phone. You have to trade the quantity for this quality of attention. This brings us to spaciousness versus spaciness. But what is being spacey versus being spacious? Spacious means that you are open to new experiences, you're fully here, and it's like you are the space that these experiences arise in. You are the space where the video that you're watching is coming to you. Spaciness, on the other hand, is like you are the video. You try to become the video. You try to become the apps that you have. You try to become the game that you're playing instead of allowing things to come to you. Spaciousness is open to new ideas. Spaciness is running around anxious, not being satisfied or fulfilled with anything, and being closed off to even yourself. And this ties in directly to a concept called hedonic adaptation. And this is when the mind gets used to what we have. Lottery winners, 1 year after they have bought a Ferrari, the nice house, suddenly they find that their happiness level are back where they started. They're back at that baseline because the mind is designed for survival. And for survival, you've got to get used to what you have already. But how many of our daily activities have become stagnant? How many times have we found ourselves mindlessly checking our phone, watching a YouTube video, I hope not this one, and doing something that we know we should be enjoying, but we're really not getting any satisfaction out of it? So how do we combat this? Savoring or mindfulness. So the next time that you do something that you want to enjoy, feel every drop of that warm shower, feel every molecule of that food that you eat, hear every single line from your favorite TV show that you're watching, see every single part of the video game that you're playing. Devote yourself to the experience. And that's when you know that the experience is not you. That is when you find true satisfaction. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, night, and as always, it's a wonderful one. I'll see you in the next video.